Allen.
Oh, okay.
And so the entire book was like Steve Allen talking about how he was at a party one time, and he told this story, and then he would explain why that was so fucking funny. And it was all just him being funny. So then one time he talked about he was at a roast, and he said he went up there and he did a string of jokes. And then he painstakingly explained why they were funny. And, he said, it's the opposite of what I said earlier. So then he said his wife, he had a god-awful fucking shrew of a wife that was sisters to Jane Meadows, the great the great Audrey Meadows, who was on the Honeymooners, and this woman's name was Jane Meadows. And she was famous as Steve Allen's wife. So she gets up there dressed like Marie Antoinette in the story that Steve Allen was telling, and does the roast. And then he explains why that's funny. And he's like, well, that's different than me because it's a character. So you have to understand when she goes, how are you enjoying the cake? Well, Marie Antoinette once said this fucking famous thing. You're like, God damn. So then he has a chapter, How Not to Be Funny. No, this was the chapter called How Not to Be Funny. And she said, he was real funny, his wife was real funny. And then the next person on the dais was Richard Pryor. And he was not funny. And he said, Richard Pryor got up on stage, looked at Jane Meadows, and said, I think she farted. So it's the only funny thing in the whole book.